Hi students, so today we are going to see about the combinations of solid shape respective to the volumes. We are going to find the volume in this exercise. The solid is in the shape of cone standing on the hemisphere. So in the bottom there is an hemisphere, it is standing, cone is standing on it. So okay, with both the radius being equal, so it is drawn equally only, equal to 1 centimeter. So this is a 1 centimeter radius, and height of the cone is equal to its radius. So height of the cone is also 1 centimeter. Okay, so height means this is height. If they are providing this net, then we will call it as a slant height. And what about the hemisphere only have the radius. So find the volume of the solid in terms of pi. So we should not substitute any value for pi. Final answer have to be in the value pi. So here the two shapes are there, cone and hemisphere. The radius of the cone is 1 centimeter and height is the same 1 centimeter, and hemisphere radius is 1 centimeter. So volume of solid is equal to volume of the cone plus volume of the hemisphere. Everything, the radius and height are the equal to 1. So volume of the cone is a 1/3 of pi r square h, and volume of hemisphere is 2/3 of pi r cube. So radius and height is 1. We are going to substitute that 1/3 into pi. Don't substitute since the question they asked to ask the pi. So value of the volume should be in the value pi. So it is a 1 square and height is the 1 plus 2/3 into pi of 1 cube. So pi and pi we can take common outside, and here is a 1 into 1 is a 1/3 plus 2 into 1 is a 2/3, right? So 1/3 plus 2/3 is a 5 into 3/3, so which is equal to 1, and the final answer is pi centimeter cube. The volume, so it is in the cube. So volume of that solid is pi centimeter cube. So here we go for the next problem. A gulab jamun contains a sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. So 30% of the jamun is about a sugar syrup. Find approximately how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamun. So if you found how many the volume of the one gulab jamun, then we can find the 45 gulab jamun, and the 30% of volume is easy to find. So each shaped like a cylindrical with two hemispherical at the end with length. So each jamun is like this. They said cylindrical at the, and with the hemisphere at the end. They said the total length is about 5 centimeter and diameter is 2.8 centimeter. So this diameter is a 2.8. So two shapes are there, cylinder, and another one is hemisphere. So cylinder, the height, and we need a radius. So the radius is the half of the diameter, that is 2.8 by 2, so which is equal to 1.4 centimeter. And height, actually we have to find, since we have to this total is given 5, and this length will be neglected, only this length we need, right? So 5 minus each radius is a 1.4 and 1.4 we have to subtract, right? So height is equal to 5 minus 1.4 minus 1.4. We will be getting it as a minus 2.8, so 2.2 centimeter. And hemisphere radius, we already found the half of it is a 1.4 centimeter. So now first let me find a volume of the one gulab jamun. Then we will be finding a 45 gulab jamun. Then we will find the 30% of the sugar syrup. So volume of gulab jamun is equal to volume of the cylindrical part plus two hemisphere, right? Cylindrical part plus volume of two hemisphere. So cylindrical part is the volume of cylinder is pi r square h, and 2 m space, that's why 2 into 2 by 3 pi r cube, right? So let me substitute that, and here the pi and the r squares are common. I hope we can take it outside. So pi into r square, and here will be listed the h plus here 2 2s are 4 by 3, and pi is outside and r square is outside, so one more r is there, it will be here r. So pi is a 22 by 7 into r square is 1.4 into 1.4, and h is the 2.2 plus 4 by 3 into r is the same 1.4. Clear? The 7 and 1.4 can be cancelled 2 times 0.2, right? So 22 into 0.2 into 1.4, take an LCM, we will be getting it as an 3. 6.6 plus 5.6, so we'll be getting it as a 22 into 0.2 into 1.4, 6.6 plus 5.6, 12.2. So 22 into 0.2 is a 4.4. 4.4 into 1.4 is a 6.16, so 6.16 into 12.2 by 3. So now we have to simplify this, and if you multiply 616 into 122, you'll be getting in a 75,152 and 3 decimal by 3, right? So if we divide this, we will be getting it as a 25.05. So this is for the each gulab jamun. So we need to find for the how much? 45. Okay, volume of 45 gulab jamun is equal to 45 into 25.05, which we will be getting it as the 1,127.25. So 1,127.25 centimeter cube. So this much is the volume of the 45 gulab jamun, right? So they asked to find the approximate how much syrup would be found, syrup only. So only the 30% of the volume is the syrup. So we have to find the 30% of the 1,127 now to find. Okay, no space, so let me put here. So syrup is 30% of this 1,127.25. 30% means 30 by 100 into 1,127.25. So this 2 and this 2 decimals will be removed, and we will be getting it as an 30 into 1 mode to the 2 mode 2725, right? Just mode, just we multiple, and we will get like an 338 point decimal value will be there. We can at last conclude to that 338 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of the syrup that we needed, 338. Clear? So first they given the gulab jamun in the shape of the cylindrical and hemisphere together. So we are finding the volume for each gulab jamun, and we have found finally for the 45 gulab jamun, and they said each gulab jamun contains 30% of the sugar syrup. They asked how much syrup will be in the 45 gulab jamun. So 35% of the 45 gulab jamun is 1,175. And at last we are approximated the value, 338 centimeter cube syrup will be contained in the 45 gulab jamun. Hi students, here we go for the next problem. A vessel is in the form of an inverted cone. Inverted cone will be like this. Its height is 8 centimeter. Height is given 8 centimeter, and the radius of its top, which is open, is 5 centimeter. And they said it is open and it is a 5 centimeter. It is filled with water up to brim. So water is filled fully. When lead shot, each of which is a sphere of radius 0.5 centimeter. So each lead shot is in the same sphere. It's a 0.5 centimeter. So all the units are same. We no need to change anything. Are dropped into the vessel. 1/4 of the water flows out. So then the lead shot is dropped and 1/4 of the water is spilled. So the volume of the spilled will be is equal to the volume of the lead shot. Not one lead shot, maybe many number of lead shots. So find the number of lead shots dropped in the vessels. So that is the numbers, how many lead shot they dropped, we have to find. Since the volume spilled is given as the 1/4, so 1/4 of what shape it is? Cone, right? So 1/4 of the cone volume will be equal to the n number of the volume of lead shot. So number of lead I am considering as a n. So there's a two shapes. One is the cone and another one is the sphere. So cone have a height 8 centimeter and radius is 5 centimeter. Sphere have a radius 0.5 centimeter, and both the radius is different. So let me give the name 1 and 2, right? So the n number of lead shot. So n into volume of each lead shot, that's the sphere shape, right? You can write here, so it is easy to write the formulas, is equal to the volume of water spilled, right? So volume of water spilled is given as the 1/4 of this cone. So we can write that. So n into, so let me substitute here, 4/3 pi r, and the sphere radius are given as a 2. So here it's mandatory to mention the 2 cube is equal to 1/4 of volume of cone, right? So next we will substitute that. N into 4/3 into pi r 2 cube is equal to 1/4 into the volume of cone is 1/4 into pi r, actually is r1, so r1 square h. So we can cancel, which is common on the both sides, pi and pi, it will come division, it will be cancelled. So actually 1/3, right? Not 1/4, it will be 1/3, right? Then we'll substitute now. N into 4/3 into r2 is the 0.5 cube, it's equal to 1/4 into 1/3 into r1 is the 5, so 5 square into h is the 8, right? So we need a n, so let me take everything in that side. I think we can cancel this 3 also. So this numerator will become division here. So n is equal to, here 5 square is a 25 into 8 divided by 4 is here, and this 4 will become in the division, and 0.5 cube also in the division. Let me write as a 0.5 into 0.5 into 0.5, so that is easy to cancel, right? So for table 2 times 0.5 and 25 is for a 0.1 times, and this is for 5 times, again 5 table 0.1. so numerator is nothing 1, so here 2 into 0.5 is the 1, so 0.1 into 0.1 is 0.01. so n is equal to 1 divided by 0.01. so according to the decimal place we will move here, no number is there, let me add zeros, 2 zeros, so 1 followed by 2 zeros is 100 divided by 1, so it is equal to 100. Totally how many shots? 100. So therefore 100 lead shots dropped in the vessel. That's a conical vessel. Clear? So only thing you have to frame this, then automatically you will get a rest of the answers. So here we go for the next problem. A solid consisting of a right circular cone of a height 120 centimeter and radius 60 centimeter standing on a hemisphere of radius 60 centimeter is placed upright in the right circular cylinder full of water such that it touches the bottoms. So cylinder, there is a water and there is a combination of the two shapes. The solid is in a circular cone and the hemisphere is kept inside the water. So actually there is a full of water in the cylinder. So after that they keeping it the, so consider that cylinder, the beginning there is a full of water, and after that they placed upright of this cone and that this solid shape which is in the hemisphere and the cone is kept inside. So what will happen when there is a full of water in the cylinder? So it will automatically, the water will spill. So what is the volume of that water spilled? It is nothing but the from the whole cylinder. If you subtract this, this volume will be the volume of the water spilled. The volume of this solid shapes is the volume of the water spilled. So what we have to find, actually find the volume of water left in the cylinder. Then if you find the volume of the water spilled is this, this volume of the solid is the volume of the water spilled. So from the cylinder, if you subtract this, that is the water left here in this place, right? If the radius of the cylinder is 6 centimeter and height is 180 centimeter, so here height is little, so three shapes are there. So one is the cone and another is the hemisphere and another is the cylinder. So the cone have a height, it is given as a 120 centimeter and radius is a 60 centimeter. So here the radius, all the radius are same, and hemisphere with radius is also the 60 centimeter. And while coming to the cylinder, the radius is the same, 60 centimeters. So all the r's I am just writing the small r, and the height is different. So let me give this as height 1 and height 2 is a 180 centimeter. So first let me find the volume of the water spilled. So from that, if you subtract, we will get what is the volume of the left in the cylinder. Volume of water spilled is equal to volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. So volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r square, cone height represented as h1, plus hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi r cube, right? So the pi, okay, let me substitute, and don't substitute pi value, at last we can substitute 1 by 3 into pi into r is the 60 square into h is the 1, conical height is 120, plus 2 by 3 into pi, don't substitute that, 60 cube. So what is the common we can take outside? Pi 60 square and 60 square, right? One more 60 will be left with. So it will become a 1 by 3. No, we have to take a common outside, right? So pi and 60 square we are going to take out. The rest is the 1 by 3, 1 into 120, plus here 2 by 3 into 60. Since the cube, 1 you have to outside. So that now we can cancel 40 times 20 times, right? 2 into 40, then it can become 40. So pi into 60 square into 40 plus 20 into 2 is a 40. So pi into 60 square into 80. So don't multiple, let me substitute directly to the next. So now we need a volume of the water left in the cylinder. So volume of water left in cylinder is equal to, so from the entire cylinder we have to subtract how much water spilled, right? Volume of cylinder minus volume of water spilled. So volume of the cylinder is nothing but pi r square, the cylinder height I represent as h2, so I will giving here as h2 minus water spilled we already found here, it is a pi into 60 square 80, right? So again you don't do the pi, we can take it as common outside, and r square is the same 60 square, and h2 is actually is a 180 minus pi into 60 square into 80. So here pi and 60 square are common, so pi into 60 square, so answer it will be the 180 minus 80, so it will be 100. So pi into 60 square is 3600 and 180 minus 80 is 100. So if you multiple, we will be getting as a 3,60,000 pi centimeter cube. So we can stop here, or we can even we can substitute the pi value 3.14 and we can multiply and we can cube. Left in cylinder, the value is 3,60,000 pi centimeter cube. So at last this unit is very important. Thank you.